All right. We're live again. Let me get my links posted in the Discord. Okay, that's good to go. Okay, sweet. So if I go to main, what does it look like? Okay, that does look pretty sick. I know there's weirdness when I have Sky 3D, which maybe I don't need Sky 3D. But this this little shader thing is pretty sick. What am I thinking of? So we had an issue, or we have an issue, let's take a look at this, where if I enable color and all this stuff, or disable all of that stuff, our sky still looks weird. And I don't really know why. I think it's trying to do an outline to everything. So it makes our just sky disappear. Which it doesn't do for any of this. The reason it does that, I think, is because our sky is trying to, I don't know. Is there sky like a shader or something too? I have no idea, to be honest. But it doesn't work. But it's kind of weird because the other outline shader that we had, I remember some issues with that. Oh, shows up there for a second. And here, sky is fine. This doesn't really give me any information on it. Custom color palette. I got to figure out if I actually want to use that, because then it would change how I do all of the artwork in this project. The other idea is that we just do a different Godot shader. We could use the one that we've used before. Hmm. This gets applied to all things, or to like all objects, so it's not a post-process. Depth-based outline shader. There's some potential with just doing an outline. That's pretty sick right there. Well, let's go back to this with everything turned on. Let's attach a player script. Let's also open up like VS Code just so we can grab. I just need to go to 3D, my RPG, and grab the player. What is his name? Proto? No, not Proto. Apollo. Okay, let's go here. Let's do a quick class name player. Let's grab a quick camera. Unhandled input. Okay. Okay, we've got that, and then we need our get move input. model is this. Let's do a editable children on this. We're going to just call this model. Okay, we got an ad break starting pretty quick here. Just a heads up for anyone on Twitch. Okay, let's see what happens. Hey, okay, we can look around. Oh, we need to make sure. Okay, make sure the time is still there. Let's also do a quick, this is leaving like after images, which is not good. Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to reload current project. CSG box. Let's grab our player and set our transform to a blip. Let's go to our script. We're going to do ready. Is it set mouse mode? No. Equals input dot mouse mode captured. Let's see if that works. Okay. Am I stuck in the ground? Oh, we need to actually go to our physics process. We're going to do a get move input delta. Oh, then we got to call move and slide. There we go. Okay, it's not rotating the object. We can just do this. Hey, look at that. Okay. Now we got a lot of this weirdness going on with the colors and the post-processing. So let's take a look at these parameters again. What happens if we remove dithering? Okay, we get rid of all of that stuff. All the weird traces. Okay? Let's go to our CSG box. Oh. Is it worth doing this color thing? Or is it worth just doing the outline? Because, like, you get weird things like this. But I do love the sky. Also, terrain 3D, collision layer. Spring arm, why is this not colliding? Sphere shape, we need a shape. Okay, that is working, I think. But then it disappears. This is cool, but like, how do I do my materials and stuff then? Let's go ahead and what is this? Enable color limit. Okay, this is just fully disabled. Now we have an outline. But we don't have a sky. What happens if we just like turn on dithering? Okay. We still don't have a sky. What about just color? Still don't have our real sky. Because it's always trying to affect the sky. I'm not entirely sure why. Hey, Wardstone, what's up? Twitch doesn't like lurkers anymore? Okay. Good to see you, brother. Man, this is cool, but I just don't know how I would do the rest of the stuff. Like materials and all that. Let's remove the texture. Because like I do this and then it's like, it's obviously not the same color as it would be normally. Okay, let's see if I just drag this troop ship in. Instantiate this, editable children. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, that does look pretty sick. It's just the colors that I just can't figure out how I would do the colors. And let's put another one. Yeah, and that's just blue too. Why is that just blue? Put that down there. It is still just blue. I obviously cannot do that. Man, this color effect looks really cool. It's just can't really do anything with it. Why is this just black now? Okay, even without outline, it's just black. Maybe there's something wrong with it. Oh, now it's good. Yeah, we might just have to use a different outline thing. W7, what's up? This in the new world of tanks? Yeah, basically. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a new shader. Outline, post process. Oh. That is a bit much. Not terrible. It's not the look I want, but I would much rather have a cell shaded look. Why am I getting after images? Okay, no after images now. I don't think this works with TAA. Okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, that looks better. I think the TAA was throwing it off. Some weird rotation stuff going on when you turn fast. Uh-oh. Here's one of these issues where you just don't get any outline for some reason. Why is that? Also, why does this disappear? Oh, it's because it's running into... Okay. Ah, I don't like that. It's really jittery when LARP angle. That's a little better. Why are we still getting no outline on certain angles? Like right there, we get no outline. There we get no outline. Why? Was it that? No. Okay, we need to find that post-processing shader. Let me try to find it again. There it is. High quality post-processing. Okay. Flip faces. Yep. Maximum coal margin. Maybe that had to do with it. I think so. Okay. All right. This is the one we're going with right here. Speed. Equals speed times delta. Okay, what happens here? Oh, I need to call move and slide. Okay. Velocity.z. Oh, we need to actually do a... equals maybe like that. Why? Okay. Why am I not understanding this? I always don't know. I never know how to do any of these vector things. Okay. That still goes the same exact direction. It points way down there. Why is it going down and away? Am I an idiot? I think so, but... Why does that do nothing to it? Let's go ahead and reload this. What happens if I just change this to X? Still goes in the same exact direction. What is this? Just add random numbers to this. It just does not care. It's going the same way no matter what. Transform.basis. Maybe I just do that. What was it? Why does this work for the player but not this? Also, what is going on here? This has nothing to do with it? Oh, yeah. Okay. This was unnecessary there. Okay, that does nothing. What happens when I just do that? It still moves. Why is it still moving? Okay, we just call move and slide, and this thing moves like that. What is this? We're gonna delete that? Why is it moving? Oh, it's probably because it has a collision shape. It's probably just bumping into itself. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, and then that's light speed, so we need to do the things that pop up. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now we go here, Sky 3D. Current time 0. Okay, and then maybe we can do some ambient. Yeah, now you can see a little better. Okay, sick. Okay. I don't want you to be able to go underground. What happens if I make this 2 meters? Okay, I can still slip underground. Why is that? Is terrain 3D not on? Okay, it's on collision layer 1. Why can I still slip under? Okay, that does make it so you can't lose view of the ground. Okay. Okay, let's start making just a little world. Make sure our brush is actually something cool. Okay. All right, now we got some of this going on. I like that. Let's do shadow distances up. Auto exposure, huh? Let's turn down our ambient again and see how it looks with auto exposure on. Bright. That's kind of fine for now, at least. Now let's look here. Actually, wait, we can go back here. Is it environment? Yeah. That is kind of cool. But maybe we do a little more, like 35. And then we need the shadow distance turned up. Where is the shadow stuff? Shadow, okay. Or do I do it in a different spot? I can't remember. Adjust shadow distance, Godot. That's funny. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a answer to my question on how to adjust shadow distance, and my brother Jamin on March 15th responded to it. Although I don't think this is actually the question I need answered. Oh, is it on the camera? No, it's not on the camera. Can't seem to figure this out. Why can't I? Directional shadow right here. Okay, I have to do it on, I think. Yeah. Let's do like 400. Okay, nice. Oh, some auto exposure stuff happening. Hey, who was that? Droove. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Okay, so that looks good. Let's do 400 here. And then let's do... Let's remove that. And then let's start this and see. Is it just too dark? Because then we might just need to do our ambient energy up again. Or we just do that. Do 0.1. Maybe 0.15. Let's also go to our outline shader. Right now we have this up to 300. Let's do 500. There we go. Now we can see the full outline on like that one over there. It's starting to come in. Let's even do like 600. Now we don't want the fog to affect it really. That can be something we mess with later. Let's also add a jump in. Well, I mean, there's not really a need to have a jump yet, but... Okay, now we start adding stuff. Start making more. Okay, what we want. Let's do our background cityscape, maybe. Let's turn this off, actually. Hey, Jax Builds, what's up? Hopefully it didn't take me too long to see your comment. I have kind of a new setup going here, and I'm still not quite used to looking this way to see my chat. It's always like right there. And so, apologies if I miss things. I guess I could always just do new objects for these. Main. Okay, let's add a new cube. Go into edit mode, 1, G. Bring it right up here. Oops. Delete faces. Okay. So I do need to fill this again. But that's not. There we go. Zeleth, what's up? Howdy doodly do. We doodly do well currently. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't even be thinking this much about this. This is a detail no one's going to see. But I should make sure my face orientations are good. Looks like it. Yes. Okay, now we do some materials. What are you making? I'll show you. Let's go to 3D. We're going to do a new folder. We're going to call this buildings, not weedings. Rename. Skyscraper 1. Here. So we just started this, but it's basically going to be a slightly puzzle-oriented, but only barely. Kind of walking sim, not really walking because you're flying around this little probe. But basically, you're just going through a world entirely new experiences on every level, completely new settings and worlds, and just witnessing things that are happening. This one's going to be a giant battle on a sci-fi planet, and you go around. You might unlock new sections of the area, but really you're just kind of experiencing the things that are happening. So right now I threw in these old models I made a while ago. But I'm going to be doing just a ton of artwork and animation. So it's less of a game, more of a visual experience. Ooh, there was some auto exposure stuff happening. But yeah, that's the, oh my goodness, sometimes that really kicks in, the auto exposure. Lighting is going to be tough, but we'll figure it out. Right now we're very early on. I like just started this, so. Right now we're building some more stuff here. Okay. Okay, let's add in our lights. There we go. Come on. So right now we're mostly just making assets at this point. Concept, you said, reminds me of the latest or one of the latest Paradox trailers for Stellaris. Never actually played that. I keep hearing about that. But I've never actually seen it. Okay, let's go to our cube. Maybe I should look at this. I don't know. Spike. Okay, so we have this. We can now create a scene. Stellaris 8th anniversary trailer is the vid I'm talking about if you want to give it a watch. Let me just pull it up, because I don't really know much about Stellaris.
Greetings, Archon. How good to meet you.
It's like a strategy game then?
My programming insists that I advise you not to shut me down. Good. An excellent decision. As a virtual assistant robot, it has been my privilege to witness much that this
I play Stellaris a lot, modded a bit. And it's actually what got me into wanting making my own game, coming to check out streams like yours to see if I can learn something. Sweet. Are you planning on... Here, let me turn off this music here. for a second. W7 says, you speak in Russian? No. I'm currently in Finland, so I'm trying to learn Finnish. But otherwise, English is the only thing I speak. Yeah, do you know what engine you're going with, Zelith? Or are you just kind of like checking things out right now? Like you haven't really done much, but you just want to learn and see what it's all about? You're in Finland too. Nice. Yeah, I just moved here like a month ago. I'm trying to stream early enough in the morning, although I keep waking up too late, to where I can keep the same stream schedule I had when I was living in the United States. But I would have to wake up at like 5 in the morning to actually keep it. So I'm hoping to at least wake up at like 8 in the morning, because then it's kind of close to when I used to stream. Playing around with Godot at the moment, doing a few Brackeys guide tutorial things and whatnot. Yeah, that's good. Just do tutorials. Tutorials won't teach you, they won't teach you everything, and they won't teach you the right way usually. Brackeys, I think, is pretty good. But the really good thing about them is just that they get certain things in your head. Like, oh, I am familiar with the nodes. I'm familiar with the code. I'm familiar. Like, you don't feel like you're feeling around in the dark. But then the moment you can try to make your own project, doesn't matter if you finish it or not, but just try to make your own. And don't use a direct tutorial. Use smaller tutorials, like little pieces for things that you don't understand. Like, oh, how do I make, I don't know, an animation or whatever. But try to piece it all together, and then it doesn't take really too long before you're up and running on Godot. Already learned a few things. I even had to tweak it because I was all, why wouldn't I use a character 2D for this? Yeah. Just keep like playing with things. And the more you do, the more you learn. I've only been really doing it for about 2 years now, and I was really consistent the first year, but this second year I've had so much going on in my life, including the move, that I'm only just now getting back into it. But man, it's crazy how much you can learn in a few years. Whoops. Let's go ahead and create a new folder here. Oh, I was going to watch this.
The events of the cosmos
I'm all over the place.
Throughout my circuits, from void to matter to the conscious mind. My advice has proven essential to anyone with dreams
that's
of ruling
sick.
the galaxy.
That is sick.
I've been present for battles fought to the last man, woman, and
That's
their
like,
final spirit.
yeah. Yep, this right here is like what I'm going for this first level. Just a crazy space battle that's also on the ground. I love that. That type of thing, that's what I'm going for. And it's just going to be almost a visual art piece, I guess. Let's do buildings. Do create new folder. Skyscrapers, I guess. And then in here, create new scene. Skyscraper 1. And then here we can, let's get our music going again. Yeah, I learned to make Stellaris mods by reverse engineering some other people's in the game script. Some tutorials are hard to come by. I was hoping to find some rudimentary tutorials for making a JRPG, but they're spread over so many versions of Godot. That is one thing. It's tough because Godot is changing a lot because it's becoming more popular. It's really building up. Fanny Slam with the Hydrate. What's up, Fanny? It's good to see you again. New project. Yes. Yeah, when you said the concept, that video immediately jumped to my mind. Yeah. That's perfect. But Zelith, if you've done modding, yeah, you're going to be off to a good start. Tell you more about the project. Let me do this real quick and I'll show you. Let's try this. Transform. Oh, one thing we could do real quick. Just extrude this down. Save that. Should re-import now into Godot, so we don't have to worry about the buildings not touching the ground. Okay, we're going to add some little groups here. Node. Grab all the troop ships, throw them under that. Node. We're going to do skyscrapers. Here, Fanny Slam, I'll show you in a second. Transform is at, let's do -130. Here we can do -160. No. There's what? 20? Nope. What am I thinking? -140. No, -145. -160. That spaces them evenly. Okay, I'll just show you what I got here. Let me do this too. Why did my music stop? Okay. So basically what we're going to have, wish my brain wasn't like Swiss cheese. GD script hurts my brain. Yeah, it'll get there though. Believe me. Hard to teach this old dog new tricks. The nice thing is it is just time and unrelenting effort. That really is it. Oh my goodness, the auto exposure sometimes is crazy. I need to be careful with that. Okay, so scale-wise, we need to scale these up for sure. But basically, the new project, Fanny Slam, is to just watch cool things happen around you while you traverse this area and do small little, like, puzzle thingies. Why am I getting those auto exposure things? Maybe I just need to turn off auto exposure because there's weird things happening. But you're a little robot sent to observe. I love watching things, me too. And I like building things that I watch. I like building things but not making them have to have a game loop. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, let's make them Negative 145. Let's do this. Negative 330. Negative 120, I guess. Yeah. Is that the same spacing? Looks like it. Okay. So my strong suit has always been just making environments, I think, and vibes. So that's what I need to focus on. Why is my... autoplay not going? Let's see what happens when this song ends. Okay, nice. Now it's working. My music hates me, yes. Auto exposure gave issues when I was messing with Unreal 2. Yeah. The problem is I really want this like ambient light, and the auto exposure just kind of automatically makes that happen. But I think I'm going to turn it off for now. I can do ambient energy. Let's do like 4. Still not quite enough. 8. Maybe that just does what I need. Okay. Let's also make the time. Ooh. Yeah, we just need some shadows, so it's a little easier. Oh, we get some weird stuff going on. If I make it daytime, is it just way too bright? Yeah. I'm not going to have it at daytime anyway. What about like this? Oh, that's weird. Mostly because of the shadows. Let's try this. Lurking while I do dev myself, love seeing this grow. Thank you. This planet scene makes me think of Minmus on KSP. Same kind of green. Minmus. I'm not familiar. Okay, I think late night is the way to go. We just need to have some angular. Where is this shadow coming from? That's like a generalized shadow that's coming from the shadow distance or something. I don't really know. Maybe we don't do as much ambient energy. Maybe we do like 3. Oh man, messing with lighting is the hardest. Second moon of Kerbin. Oh, okay, in Kerbal Space Program. Okay. Man, lighting is tough. We could just do camera exposure at higher. That just makes everything brighter, but it's not an auto exposure. Okay, that works. We'll do 1.7. We'll have our own lights in there too, so it's not like it's just that. Okay, that looks good enough. Okay, we'll go back to Terrain 3D. Start pumping up some of these hills in the background. By the way, this is something called Terrain 3D and Sky 3D. That's what I'm using for the sky and the terrain. Both made by the same people, Tolkien or something games. But really nice to have. There we go. Now it feels like a planet. Okay. Now we need street lamps. Okay. Let's do it this way. A little thinner. That'll work. Okay, now we go to object mode. We just apply this. Then we go back to edit mode. Go here, we've got, oh, we do have a middle. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, maybe we just do this. Okay, how many faces do we have now? Maybe we don't do that. Okay, we have this. Can we do anything with it? I mean, we could just do this. I was trying to make this a little bit thinner, like in the middle. What I'll do is I'll just make it taper a little bit. Okay. We're going to add a new folder here. It's going to be city components. And here we're going to do light post 1. Save. Let's pull up our material view, add some materials. This one's going to be main. Grab this. We're doing a new material. Light. Whoops. Light. Assign. Emission. Okay, we're going to do a new material called accent. That's going to be this. We do this. By the way, if you want to do Zealot, if you want to do 3D stuff, just take a couple months to learn Blender. I know that seems like a lot of investment, but I did like 2 months straight of Blender. And if you're doing low poly stuff, you can get pretty fast at making assets as long as you're doing basic stuff like I am. Even like the animation and stuff, I was able to learn fairly fast. It doesn't take too much to get comfortable. Okay. Node 3D, we're going to do lamps. Scenes. New folder. City components. Light post 1. Instantiate this. Editable children. We're going to add a light to this. Omni light? Or no? Spotlight? Then we're going to grab our light post here. Oh, we need to go back to Blender. Oops. Extrude that down a bit. Okay, grab both of these, throw them under there. -75. -100. Messed around with Blender while trying to make models for Stellaris, but the art community is pretty ass, and I didn't get the help I wanted, so just kind of yeeted the ideas out the window. Yeah. If I was doing low poly stuff like this, I'd probably use Blockbench, TBH. I messed around with that quite a bit. It's what they use to make models for Minecraft. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that could be something useful for me. Is it purely block based? Because I am doing a little bit of detail. No, wait. Negative 120, whoops, 25? Why does that make them all in the same spot? I guess I could just do that. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Not terribly versed in Blackbench. Simple models was all I was going for. Yeah. Okay, these spotlights need to have way more power. I also feel like I need to scale them all up. Okay. Wanted to make an animated crab, and by God, that's what I made. Nice. There we go. Yeah, I've been able to make some decent animations. It's a little bit harder though. I like doing very, very simple stuff. Oh, it's still tiny. Oh, size? Range 5 meters. Let's do a... There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, now we got some random objects thrown in there. We'll need a lot more. We'll also need grass. But it's already starting to come together a bit. Shift A, we're going to add a quad mesh or plane. I'm going to rotate it around the X by 90. Go to wireframe. Whoops. Edit mode. Rotate around the X by 90. Okay. Oops. Okay. New folder, foliage. Go in here. Grass. Save. Now we can go here. Where's my shader? Oh, it's just wind shader. Create a new folder called foliage. Create a new scene, grass. Instantiate it. Editable children, we go here. New shader material. New shader. Create, go here, grab everything, paste, see if it works. Okay, sick. Shader parameters, grass texture. We can try this for now. Wait, new color. Is new color used anywhere? Whoops. Okay, what happens if I go to Terrain 3D, start going to Foliage, add a mesh, which will be our okay, what happens? Okay, it looks bad. It's the classic shadow thing, plus the outline thing. Okay, let's try this instead. We're going to try this. Okay, and then we need a project settings, globals, shader globals, player position. It's going to be a vector. Three. Vec3. Close. Oh, add. Let's go ahead and reload the current project. Okay. Are they moving at all? Let's see. Okay, they move for me. Nice. I'm pulling in a shader from another game. Why don't they seem to move? Wind speed. Vertex.x plus wobble. I'm seeing zero movement until I get close. Why is that? Showing it moving there, but it just doesn't move. This is always what happens. Oh, I've got an ad starting in about 10 seconds, just a heads up. This is where we go to our chat GPT. Let's see if it knows anything. There we go. Why do I still get those little fuzzy outlines? Oh, wait. 2, 1. To like 0.5. Okay, then it's a little less noticeable at least. Okay, now we go back to here. We go back to our terrain 3D. On this, Okay, let's see what this looks like. With a bunch of grass everywhere. The outline is a bit much on it. Oh, also, let's go ahead and do this. Now with more emission on the skyscrapers, we'll see how that is. Yep, definitely a lot more. Okay. We need to go to our probe and we need to assign save that. Okay, it's starting to come together. I'm liking it. Oh, we need gravity. Nice. Okay. Okay, so next up is just tons of artwork. But unfortunately, I'm going to be done for the day. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Glad to get this thing started. We also have another project that we need to do this month for New Jank's Game Jam. I started something for it, but then I am going to change up everything I was doing. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Zelith, appreciate you being here. If you want, you could drop a follow. Catch me next time when I'm live. Good to have you here. Good talking. Fanny Slam, thank you for being here. Wardstone, thank you for the lurk. Jax as well. Appreciate you. And over on the YouTube chat, W7, appreciate you, man. Hope you have a good one. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Once again, I'll see you next time. Peace out.